Have you guys seen this One Punch Man thumbnail picture? I've been seeing it make rounds. Leaked image, I didn't see it a part of the episode 5 PB stuff. But this scene, specifically here, yo, it looks really good, right? It looks really good. Yeah, we'll read a tweet from Chibi and Nick in a bit. But if you look at it, the level of detail in this, right? Like, it looks pretty damn good. I think that this is the Van Oba, right? That's right. We covered a video talking about how, shout outs to Easy Court and how Van Oba has made a tweet. Van Oba, if you don't know, is a giga anime animator who is famous for a lot of different scenes that you may have seen, including this one. Shout outs to this soundtrack too, but JJK Choso versus Itadori Yuji in the bathroom scene, right? If you guys remember this sequence, that's him, bro, in the bathroom. It's fucking crazy. And I'm like, damn. And bro's pulling it for One Punch Man. Everything should be happy, right? We should be praising. Why people mad, though? Why are people fucking mad? Like ... Lumfao. Well, before we do that, what is the tweet? Okay, so we got to do layers. God, this is layers and layers of quote retweets happening. So this man will lie about quality and shit on actual good animation for One Punch Man, then wonder why he has such an amalgamation of haters. This part I do agree with. Absolutely, right? I think that the way, again, that Nick presents himself does not help himself. And no matter how, honest and truthful he's being, he needs to realize that your actions have consequences. It's going to make it worse for you in the long run. The tweet has Chibi saying the One Punch Man anime is saved, and the community is rejoicing that the animation for episode 5 will be next level. I don't know if it's saved. I think this specific episode is saved. I personally think, in my opinion, this is what I think is going to happen. I think that 80% of the episode will be mid. Yeah, I do. I think that 80% of the episode will be mid, and 20% that Van Oba actually touches on will be really exciting. And after that, episode 6 onwards, if there is no super animator coming in to save, we're going back to the fucking trenches. So I think there will be, again, a section of the episode that pops off thanks to Van Oba. The rest of the season, who fucking knows? But no matter how good that cut is, I think that most people will never give it credit. Maybe some of them will. Maybe some of them will say, wow, that was actually really good. But I think most people will say, wow, that was kind of good, but I wish the rest of it was like that and we're fucking still doomed, huh? Like, I don't know. And we have obviously Nicholas Light coming. Oh, sorry. With the leak circulating around right now, it appears that the next episode will make it or break it for the moment of the franchise. I think it's already broken, right? This term, make it or break it, I think it's too late for that. I think the damage has already been done. And unless every episode moving here on out is on that Van Oba cut level, it ain't gonna be saved, bro. I hope it's God tier. Me too. Anything less than God tier equals I'm shitting all over it. And yep, of course he will. Because he's a content creator that is farming One Frame Man, as he should, but in such an egregious way that this part, right? And this is the thing that I think a lot of people, right, are frustrated with, because so many other content creators, like myself, we call it One Frame Man. We also say this anime bad, but Nick obviously does a bit too much of it. And it then in turn creates even more haters and shit like this happening, right? Why in ever-loving fuck does it keep expecting God tier? Because it should be. Because season 1 was. Because One Punch Man is his favorite anime, apparently, and he wants it to be good. Can't good or nice or decent be appreciated anymore and treated as it is? It could be if it was any other anime. It would. But because it's One Punch Man and the precedence that it has regarding the season 1 to 2 transition and how people are fed up with it, yeah, that's why it's like less than perfection will be treated as garbage no matter what. Like, you could have above average. You could have pretty damn good. You could have the same level of quality that many other people have reacted or has watched, but they wouldn't talk shit about it because it's not popular to do so. And I guess they don't care about those animes as much. There's plenty of other anime, again, in this current season. I think that is actually worse than One Punch Man level, straight up. And I've mentioned them in the other video covering Chibi's tweet about One Frame Man is the worst anime episode of season 3. And then I show you a tier list. Right, I show you a tier list where I show different production lines and teams that I think have worked on animes that's even worse than that or on the same level. There was no good animation, bro. The only good animation in the last episode was ruined by making it loop for no reason. Last episode was specifically Garo coming out to save Tadeo, which was decent. Good animation for season 3 does not exist. Where the animation was decent, he did mention that. It's semantics at this point, right? It depends on like what you think good is. See, here's the thing, bro. Art is the best this season. Art is the best this season, no doubt. But this animation quality from a $20 billion company is not expected. We expect JJK, Chainsaw Man, Demon Slayer level of animation. Yeah, for sure. That's, again, we're not arguing against that. And then there's a quote retweet of this of, I guess, him finding a scene where Nick is reacting to the scene where Garo saves Tadeo. It was a very short-lived scene. It was exciting at the end. Nothing crazy. And I guess Nick's reaction to that was unsatisfactory and why people are very fucking upset. Like, I agree with him that so far this season is bad, but I hate he watches it with the mindset of just hating even for scenes that look pretty decent. That's the thing, right? Like, Nick will never give any ounce of, like, he's determined to hate on it no matter what, it feels like to me. And it's very unfortunate. Like, if you watch my reaction during this scene, I was pretty excited about that and even said, holy shit, is that the whirlwind fucking technique that Bomb uses? Is Garo fucking, you know, dual wielding right now with the, you know, water stream smashing fix from Bang and Bomb stuff? Like, that kind of stuff gets me really excited because I'm like a real fucking One Punch Man fan that cares about like the story. But Nick, like, he just doesn't care that much about that shit, right? He cares about it needs to be Sakuga perfection or it's gonna be fucking nothing. And the way that he presents himself is obviously going to stir up even more hate in the community. And even though, like, I bet you, other people reacting to this scene, they probably might have had even more hatred towards it. Or maybe they just didn't even give a fuck and didn't even react at all to it, right? Like, they were just sitting there with a bland face because it was so mediocre to them, right? But here's the thing, right? You are never going to have... here's the thing, like, those people don't get hated because obviously they're not as big. But also, I said in the other Trash Taste video, right? This is a compounding effect. And the scrutiny and the hate, what do they say? The amalgamation of haters, right? They will be even more unfair to Nick. Just like how Nick is being unfair to One Punch Man, as time goes on, people will treat him even more harshly. And there will going to be even more drama in the future where he probably wasn't even like super flagrant. There's, again, probably other people that did even worse. Yet they will focus on Nick first because the target is so big on his back. And I keep saying, bro, like, this is not going to end up in a good outcome. But if you're fine with just like farming the negative engagement, then actually fucking go for it. I think that next episode, again, this scene, I hope that it's going to deliver. I think this is the Garo versus Rover stuff. I'm really excited about Von Oba coming in to save the day. But like, do you think that, what about the future episodes, right? Because Episode 5 content, the more I think about it, these fights are not that exciting. What I really care about are fights that happens later. That might not even be covered in season 3, but I'm just kind of worried about like, after the hope has gotten up a little bit, if people will even give it, you know, any word of praise or complimentary just comments, what about after? This honestly raising the bar a little bit more might end up backfiring towards the overall community because again, people will now then say, see, y'all had your hopes up for fucking nothing. I told you so. And that's the fucking most annoying thing. The most annoying thing are people that keep saying, oh, it's going to rain tomorrow. It's going to rain tomorrow. And then it rains. And you're like, see, I told you so. And it's just like, motherfucker, anyone could have said that and be right. And you're being so fucking annoying about it. Anyways, that's it. See you in the actual episode. Hopefully it's going to be good.